Hi there. Well, the rainbows are out. So I figured I'd turn off the indoor lights and do a journal this way. Actually, I just recorded this one, and when I went to go give it a name, it was all of 6 seconds long instead of however many minutes, 28 minutes or something. So I'm not sure what happened there. It's funny, all that phone ringing and then that, but I'm plowing through. I tell you what, I'm just having fun here. I hope you are too. So this is the second one of the day on 5/31. The Mayan day is still 9 Alligator. Right this minute, the body-mind complex doesn't feel just great. Not sure what it is, but one thing is certain, it will pass. Change is more and more the order of the day, of the hour even. Things moving so quickly. One almost gets vertigo. It's a really great time, even and especially if you're not used to doing it, to get out and go barefoot for a little bit each day, even 5 minutes, feet directly touching Mother Earth. One tiny part of the manipulation of humanity by the powers that were involves our shoes. Yeah, your shoes. The rubber and other man-made materials comprising the soles serve to effectively disconnect you from Mother Earth. So, just a heads up, take your shoes off or buy moccasins. You know, it's the same thing with the cars and the rubber tires, you know, it's just a great way to disconnect. Grounding is a really great thing in times of intense change. Whatever we need, Mother Earth has in abundance. Sometimes, even often, all it requires is to sync up with her, which can be done ever so simply, just by your feet on her face, on her surface. And you know, you want to place your special stones and your crystals and things. Now and again, give them a couple of hours in the sunshine on the earth too, so they can discharge whatever negativity they may have picked up in service to you. You know, that's what Mother Earth does. She takes the negativity, she takes the load into herself, where it's just so totally easy for her to convert that and to shift the energy. I mean, it's a real no-brainer kind of a thing. It's a great move. Another highly useful thing is to take at least 1 minute each day to just stop. My earlier journal today covered this. It was pretty intense. This is something your mind will likely fight you over in a serious way. Mind is terribly frightened just now, what with all of this changing going on. Mind likes things stable, understandable, predictable. What it's getting is anything but what amounts to the reverse. So, we can all cut it loads of slack, huh? Hey, if you were mind, you wouldn't act differently. We can touch bases with heart any time by doing the mile in their moccasins thing. It opens into instant, deep understanding of the other if you will just follow this thread back into your heart. Take time out to pet the dog, to play with the cat. Slow down, take a seat or a walk, relax. Lighten up, everyone. Don't let life pass you by while you're nose to the grindstone with ridiculous things of no real lasting worth. Don't forget, you can't take it with you. That energy that you exchange there when you pet the dog or play with the cat or take a walk, you're taking that with you. Let's all slow down and maybe do a values inventory or something. Do whatever you do to get down to what really counts in life for you. It's time to reconnect with our core, and we won't get it done by cruising along in life as usual. Now, surely that's obvious, but until we do the real disconnect from the monkey mind, we just won't know. We won't see it at all. Well, that's because mind can't. And it's not even fair to ask it to see this. That's your job, friend. Don't pawn it off on the mind. Wake up to who you really are. You are divine. How do you treat yourself? Divinely? Likely not. Well, there's a big disconnect there, isn't there? Can you see it or sense it? You can if you slow down. Papaji, the teacher, the guru of both Muji and Gangaji, used to always say, just stop. That's all, just stop. Now, by that, he means stop everything inside. It doesn't mean stop and sit still. You hear it that way only if you hear it from mind, not deeper within. Stop all internal activity. Stop the grasping, the reaching, the perfecting of this and that, the best meditation pose, etc. It's all hooey in the end. Why not stop and see this now? Everyone can. Few do. Well, let's make one of those few be us. It's very much a matter of choice, though a good dose of determination thrown in doesn't hurt. Stop doesn't mean don't go to work. It doesn't mean don't feed the dog or yourself or your child. Obviously, the body carries out what it needs to do. This is the ridiculousness of mind, its lack of any real depth or deep connection to soul that makes it think in such linear ways. Where are you with this? How much time do you take for you? Could it be you don't think yourself worthy of carving out personal time? For many people, this is the case. It was for me. We've had the sense of unworthiness, we've had the sense of worthiness, of sacred holiness of the self, programmed right out of us early on. Well, I say, so what? What's that to you? Have you forgotten your true divine nature? Do you recall who you are? Your source? Well, get back in there, back into resonance with this truth. You are truth too, by the way, but mind will never bring you there. This goes way deeper than the surface, than mind is able, surface creature that it is, to go. You simply must find yourself. No one else can do this for you. No one else can command mind to stand down, to take a break or a hike or whatever. No one but you. But there's a huge difference in where you're coming from when you do this. If you're in that sense of unworthiness, when you issue the command, mind is liable to just laugh. Sorry, but that's the case. You may recall something you've known all along, but just forgot. It's not what you say, but what's behind that counts. It's who you are when you say it, the joker or the king. No one but you can take up your rightful scepter of authority. When you speak from heart, from knowing who you truly are, well, the universe jumps to respond. Mind will not laugh. So, once again, the same words can be said in both cases. The command to just stop. It's not about what you say. It's about who says it, the false self or the real one. Now that much is in your control. We don't yet control circumstances here, but this one is within our control. We choose our identity by the beliefs we take on. All of us have or had the unworthiness bug, a good one to ditch. But to do this, you must get in there and directly engage it. Confront it. Mental mantras won't do the job. Like so many of the recent journals, this one gets us right down into the whole identity thing, the who am I? Everything else we would choose to say or do, well, they're all resting on that, aren't they? Not so much on who you are. That's just what it is. But on who you take yourself to be. That's the important part. That's where you've isolated yourself from your power. So, who are you really? Do you know? Have you met the emptiness within? It's a life-changing experience I highly recommend. Yet, to make this happen, you simply must slow down. It won't work at all from being in mind. Most meditators know this, that out of an hour of meditation, they may have experienced a minute or 2 or even 5 of real connection, of deep peace. So, don't count your righteousness by how long you meditate daily. The time spent, that isn't the thing, and you know this deep within. Mind may try to hide it from you, but you know that you know it. So claim the knowing. Take a deeper journey than ever before. It's always available to you. But it's also true that to get what you've always gotten, just continue to do what you've always done. That's how that works, but of course. And yet, somehow the mind just can't seem to see this, to connect the dots fully. Oh, it gets part of them connected, sure, but never the whole. Never anything that's complete. It simply can't. So, cease relying on mind. Who are you? It is so very vital to begin there. Who are you? What measure of your true identity are you willing to claim? Here's the big one. How much power are you willing to reclaim? Your power in reserve is actually infinite. But this frightens too many souls. And in their fear, what do? Exactly. They retreat right back into mind, into doing what they've always done. Well, we can't point the finger. We've all done this, okay? It doesn't have to be that way for us now. You can actually stop that right now, right this minute. It's a fine time for waking up. Don't look for the bells and whistles, for states of bliss, my friends. They come, sure, but they also go. So, if you hang your hat on such things, you're bound to fail when they fail. And then where are you? Do step back a bit and see that for the mind game that it is. And that's all it is. Mind playing at being enlightened, trying to recreate a past experience or carve out a new one. And it's not poor mind, oh no, it's poor you who misdefined self yet again, more of doing what you've always done. Well, again, that wasn't you. That was mind doing that. Hello. Your salvation may just lie in being able to distinguish what aspect of identity is at work. You want to claim the real identity, I know, not the false one. But to do that, it takes some letting go. Your grasp on mind is likely too tight. You can choose to let go, but will you? It takes some stepping outside of mind. Are you ready for that? Are you ready for the strangeness that's likely to ensue? It will adjust and readjust your whole reality, you know. Bring your earnest heart to this, so you won't chicken out when push comes to shove. Let go, and let go some more. Now remember, there's no need to get rid of things. That's supremely unimportant. What's important is dropping our attachment to them. That's what counts. People always want to judge by the superficials, by what they see, by what people say or do. That doesn't work. It's not deep enough for you. You want to go all the way. So do let go of caring about what's on the surface. It just doesn't mean that much. You'll learn to read a whole new language as you enter more and more deeply within. More and more you'll find that the whole world and all that's in it is quite upside down. Things are all backwards, like a mirror reflection of what's real. If you've let go sufficiently, you'll know it, because you'll be doing a whole lot of laughing. You'll see the ridiculous in so much of that which you used to take so seriously, including yourself, and you'll lean back and just laugh. Does it take courage? Sure. But don't you think that as source you've got a bit of that on board there? I do. I have ultimate faith in you, in the real you. Now it's time for you to find and have that faith in you too. You really are divine. It's no joke, no allegory, no illustration of something. It's very real. But it's up to you to find this out. Not me, not anyone can do this for you. We can tell you this till the cows come home, and it won't make a lick of difference. Not until you determine to take back that scepter of authority that you slowly gave away over time, starting back when your body was little. So, is now a good time for that to just stop? I think it is, but what I think doesn't count. It's all up to you. You've got this interaction, this redefining of roles to get through with your mind. It's got to be done, and if you can't at least push pause now and then, you're not in very good shape to reclaim who you are. Mostly I talk about not doing, about just being, but that's often misunderstood. It is often heard from the mind, which simply can't understand it. In your being, there will be doing, plenty of it. It just won't be the outer you, won't be the mind accomplishing that. It will be source. It will be you being danced. Do you see why this is unavailable, as inaccessible to mind? I do, but I don't know if it's sufficiently clear for you. I hope it is. With all my heart, I would love to be able to gift you with this, but that's just not the way of it. And if it was, we'd have heard about it before now. So do be realistic. Mind will simply never, as in never, get you there. How long you choose to ride to bet on that horse, well, that's in your hands. That one right now is pretty fully in control of most people. Are you one? It's not a big bad deal if you are, you know. We've all been there. It can stop on a dime. It just takes you waking up to and claiming who you truly were all along, who you are now, and who you will always be. Namaste.